Hello and welcome to Total Access as we look ahead to this weekend's match against the Glasgow Tigers, the opening BSN Series match. Joining me this week is Bandits number 3, 𝙏𝙊𝙏𝘼𝙍, and number 2, Danyon Hume, as well, first of all, as we'll look back on a successful weekend for the boys in the Border Trophy. Jai, I'm going to come to you first on that kind of win. I think that's probably, is it 9 years you've been with the Bandits, and that's the first trophy, so it must feel good.
Yeah, 9 or 8 years, I think it is. Yeah, it's good to get the trophy. It wasn't the biggest one, but no, it was good. It was good to get all the cobwebs and everything out and get the new guys. Haven't beat Berwick before the BSN series or the league.
So, not big in stature or competition size, should I say? But Jai, obviously with the kind of turnover in riders, now you've had the boys, we've had the press day, we've had the boys on track. What's your impression of the kind of new guys in the atmosphere and amongst the squad?
Yeah, it's good because I think with the team that we have, no one's fully rode like all with each other in a full team or anything before, so it's all kind of like a new start for everyone, really. Like all fresh faces everywhere, and it is a good laugh with everyone. And like Freddie and Bastion and that at reserve is strong, and fair play to Freddie. Like he had a good crack on the weekend, and like really good kid, likes to listen to everything that people are trying to tell him, and he's always asking questions as well. So no, it's a really good feeling in the camp and everything. And obviously Danyon, he was on fire on Saturday night around Berwick, and I think it was just Louis that obviously didn't bang in the big points, but without a doubt that he'll do that around Berwick every week in, week out there. And he showed on Sunday that he went out and top scored for us straight away at an away track, so which was good.
Absolutely. And Danyon, you obviously started very well, both meetings, winning Heat 1 in both. We mentioned in the kind of Total Access ahead of the Workington match about people being bike sharp and stuff. It didn't seem to affect you in any sort of way, Danyon. You were fast out the traps on both days.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that everyone tries to practice in winter as much as they can, but I didn't get out until present practice. The weather just stopped playing. Obviously, commitments of work as well, which didn't really help. But yeah, so I was pretty nervous actually going on Saturday because obviously first meeting, not really knowing how it's going to go, like with a new club and stuff. But yeah, as soon as we done track walk and obviously meeting the boys the week before, it almost feels like that home vibe straight away. So yeah, I'm with a good group of lads, and well, it's gone to show what we can do.
Absolutely. Just last question on the kind of Workington meetings. It was so nice to see such a big crowd there in Saturday night as well, probably biggest over the last couple of years, and it just goes to show the excitement around this team from the Bandits fans as well.
Yeah, definitely. It was when it's quite hard to tell like from the pits how big the crowd is, but it was when they had to delay the Heat 1 because the crowd was still coming in. I don't think I've ever had that really at Berwick the whole time I've ever been there. I thought, geez, it must be a decent crowd. So then when I was obviously speaking to a few people during the week, I said would have been like good 1,500 at least there. So they were all pretty impressed, and everyone in the town seems buzzing about the new team and what Stuart's put together and what he's doing down there.
Absolutely. And Danyon, just to get that away victory under our belts, I mean, winning breeds winning, and it's even though many could probably argue that the kind of hard work was done on the Saturday night, it was still importantly that we can go to a track and win from home, and it certainly builds confidence amongst the boys as well. And to follow up on that as well, what was your impressions of the kind of Workington track?
Oh mate, I was blown away by the setup. I've obviously never been there before, and I don't think anyone has. But yeah, the whole setup there is well, it's next level, and it's a good racing track. And going back to like the fans and stuff, even at Workington, everywhere I looked, there's people, and there weren't really a space between anyone. So it's good to see fans back out and supporting Speedway.
Yeah, it is a nice setup, as you say, Danyon. And we did receive a nice email from the Workington Comets this week, just to say a big thank you to the Bandits fans who travelled. They did note that in terms of keeping the stadium tidy and stuff, one of the things they wanted to praise the Bandits fans on was cleaning up their mess. So there we go. We're getting plaudits from other clubs for being one of the tidier group of fans in the league as well. But that put an end to kind of the kind of warm-up act before the serious stuff starts on Saturday evening. Jai, you'll be able to obviously be one of the guys in the team that would be able to tell the kind of newer guys like just how big the matches are against Glasgow. It can be fierce at times, and it can only become a rivalry when you start winning, and I guess that starts on Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely. I think anyone against Glasgow for the last few years, it's a big rivalry to beat them, as they've been quite successful. But we're just got to come into this weekend feeling the exact same as what we did last weekend. Another match, we get out, we bang them hard, and that's that. Like, obviously, Workington have a really good side at their home track, I would say. Away from home, they're going to be a lot weaker, but this weekend we'll test us at our own home track, as they have a few specialty riders in their team that will be decent at our track as well. But yeah, it's going to be a good one to test where we're at, but there's no reason why we can't go out and do exactly the same as what we did last weekend against Workington.
And as Danyon, as Jai just said there, obviously the amount of ex-Bandits in the Glasgow team, that makes the challenge that much harder.
It does, yeah. But I think like last week, that was just the practice trying to like get the routine of things. But yeah, no, I'm certainly looking to go there and obviously hit them hard, like Jai said, and hopefully their heads will fall and we can just keep building on that.
And Danyon, obviously, as we speak, we've since found out that the Edinburgh-Glasgow match is off on Friday evening. So this is the opening meeting of the group. Important to set down a marker and get the win on the board, and maybe we can then maintain that.
Yeah, of course. But that works in our favour. They obviously, I know they had their press and practice, and some of their riders have had dogs coming in. Get out of the way. Yeah, so no, that's probably going to work in our favour. Obviously, when we race this Saturday and Sunday, we're fresh on the bike, and yeah, it's just keeping that routine going. But the fact that they haven't really started their season yet and haven't rode with each other yet, I'm hoping we'll get the upper hand.
Absolutely. Jai, obviously we're trying to encourage as many fans as we possibly can to kind of keep the good feeling and the momentum going as well. But that support's going to be vital in Saturday night as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think a lot of the fans are obviously on a high from last weekend, but we just need that support all year, really. Obviously, we don't go out to get beat or anything like that. We're out there to win as many races as possible. If we're not winning races, then we're not earning money ourselves. So obviously we're wanting to go out and we want the best for our team and club. We want everyone banging in points, and we want to win meetings just as much as they do. So yeah, having them behind us and supporting us will push us on more and more.
Jai, just from obviously for you finished the season strong last year. Obviously going by the weekend that you've just had in terms of the home meeting, and you look strong away from home as well. Just how much emphasis did you put on yourself to have a good start to the season?
Yeah, I just want to good start, good middle, just a good year all round. I want those points every week. As simple as that, really. I'm wanting to be racing both leagues, and for me to do that, I've got to go out and score those points. So be consistent as I can be, and that's the plan, really. So I don't want any less than the points that I got last weekend every weekend.
Absolutely, and we're going to catch up with one of your races now, Jai.
Green light on, and the tape's rising. Jai Etheridge on the much fancied gate 1, making an absolute ripper. 𝙏𝙊𝙏𝘼𝙀𝙎 quick on his heels, and Bastien Bot settling in for third.
Yeah, 𝙏𝙊𝙏𝘏𝘼𝙀𝙎 looking to have a little nibble at Jai Etheridge, but Jai Etheridge again was like he was shot out of a cannon there, coming off at gate number 1. and he looks as if he's got this race fairly well sewn up, and riders settling down. Can Bastian Bork do anything about 𝙏𝙂𝙏𝘼𝙏 in second place here, Martin?
It's going to be a monumental task for the young Dane, but he's making up good ground coming off turn 4. But Viewless riding a very clever ride, and he's looking much steadier than last time out, James.
it was a bit of a bucking.
He's looked good all night.
He really has, and you have to fancy that Workington have found themselves a bit of a gem there in 𝙏𝙂𝙏𝘏. Here comes Bork, as we say that. There's just over a lap to go, and we're into the final lap now. Bastian Bork coming around the outside of 𝙏𝙂𝙏𝙏. What can he do here?
Fantastic ground! Oh, not quite there, James!
𝙏𝙂𝙏 closes the door. One final blast from Bork coming around turn 3 and 4.
And
𝙏𝙂𝙏
backs up on his fail.
Very unlucky
hard
there.
lines on 𝙏𝙂𝙏 there.
Very, very hard luck on 𝙏𝙂𝙏 there.
Danyon, we obviously seen you partner with 𝘼𝙾𝘾𝘀𝘎𝙎 at number 1. Is Stuart spoke to you if this is going to be a long-term plan to kind of build up the relationship at 1 and 2?
He hasn't, but at the same time, I hope it does turn into like a long-term plan, because I feel like me and Louis, give it time, we'll ride well together, and yeah, we've got a lot of respect for each other on and off the track. So I think like we make a good pairing, yeah, 1 and 2, and if we can maintain that and obviously win the vital heats, that would be good.
Absolutely. And Jack, you mentioned earlier on in the show regards to kind of Freddie at the bottom, but the amount of points that the reserve scored, especially Saturday night, was extremely encouraging, Craig, because when you look at it, Rory and Louis didn't have the best of nights on Saturday, but the rest of the team was so solid that we were still able to run out comfortable winners.
Yeah, that's it. Like our 1 and 5s were they not our lowest scorers at our home meeting, which, yeah, they're the top boys that are experienced and everything, but it's good to see the young fellas getting in and sticking it in and everything like that. The 1 and 5 won't be happening every week. Those boys will be banging it in without a doubt. They're not mucking about, but it's good. You have reserves that score points, big points like that, and you win meetings every time.
Absolutely. And if you had a message for the Bandits fans, Jibe, ahead of Saturday?
Come and support us, back us with everything, because we're going out there to win and get as many trophies or as far as possible into every championship as we can.
Absolutely, that's great. So you can buy your tickets online now at berwickspeedway.com/tickets. If not, you can pay in the gate, but it's cash only, and that'll be £20 for adults, £18 for concessions, and any child under the age of 16 accompanied by an adult will get in for free. Free Speedway, can't whack it. Let's hope we can see you all Saturday night trackside, and hopefully another bumper crowd as the Jewson Bandits take on the Glasgow Tigers. Until next week, see you later.